NFL legend and college football coach Deion, primetime, Sanders has spoken out to defend his longtime friend and fellow Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe, claiming that the intense wave of recent drama surrounding Sharpe isn't just bad luck. It's a coordinated attack. According to Sanders, Shannon has been targeted, allegedly by prominent comedians like Kevin Hart and Katt Williams, because his growing influence and spotlight have begun to eclipse theirs. And if there's one thing we know about Deion, it's that when he speaks, people listen. Let's unpack what's really going on behind the headlines, why Sanders felt compelled to speak up, and how all of this connects to a deeper, more complex power struggle happening in the entertainment and cultural commentary space. First, let's revisit the whirlwind of drama that's engulfed Shannon Sharpe in the last several months. Shannon, once known primarily for his Hall of Fame NFL career and later his fiery debates with Skip Bayless on Undisputed, has undergone one of the most impressive career transformations we've seen in modern media. After his emotional and highly publicized departure from Undisputed, many wondered if his relevance in the sports media world would fade. But instead, Shannon did what legends do. He leveled up. He turned his podcast, Club Shay Shay, into a cultural powerhouse. No longer confined to just sports, Sharpe began interviewing a diverse range of figures: rappers, comedians, actors, business moguls, and cultural commentators. His platform became a safe space for unfiltered conversation and raw truth-telling. Guests like Steve Harvey and Monique, Cedric the Entertainer, Dwayne Wade, and others opened up in ways we hadn't seen before. But it was one interview in particular that changed everything. Katt Williams. That name alone still sends ripples across the internet. When Katt appeared on Club Shay Shay, the internet exploded. Katt didn't just speak, he detonated. In a nearly 2-hour, no-holds-barred verbal rampage, Williams accused fellow comedians like Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, and D.L. Hughley of being frauds, plants, and sellouts. He dissected the industry like a surgeon and used Shannon's platform as the operating table. The views were instant and astronomical, tens of millions within days. But with all that attention came backlash. Critics accused Shannon of giving Katt a platform to attack other black men. Some said he was stirring the pot for views, while others accused him of lacking journalistic integrity. Then, one by one, the shade started rolling in. Kevin Hart started firing subtle shots in interviews and online, making vague references to people building platforms on negativity. Steve Harvey voiced his disapproval. Even people who once appeared on Shannon's show suddenly had nothing to say about him. And then came the mess with DJ Academics. Another public spat, this time with a totally different energy. Shannon clapped back harder than expected, proving he wasn't here to be disrespected by anyone. The internet lit up again. Memes, tweets, reactions. And through it all, Shannon remained composed, but clearly the pressure was mounting. That's where Deion Sanders stepped in. Known for his sharp instincts and unwavering loyalty, Sanders didn't just let the noise ride. In a recent appearance, Primetime addressed the drama head-on. While he didn't drop exact receipts, the implication was clear. Shannon Sharpe didn't just happen to find himself in the crosshairs. He was placed there. "This ain't random," Sanders said. "That man's been growing, evolving, becoming something more powerful than they expected. And when you start outshining people who've been in that spotlight too long, they come for you." And then came the bombshell. Sanders alluded to powerful comedians, specifically Kevin Hart and even Katt Williams, as potentially being part of the problem, not just because of the content of their remarks, but because of the timing. "It's funny how quick the mood changed," he said. "The same people who were just smiling with him on camera now got shade to throw? Come on, y'all. That ain't coincidence." Let's pause and talk about this, because it's not just gossip. It's about power. See, Shannon Sharpe is no longer playing the media game by the old rules. He didn't go beg ESPN or Fox to keep him in the loop. He built his own table, invited who he wanted, asked the questions he cared about, and the people responded. He didn't rely on the traditional Hollywood system or corporate filters. And that's a threat to the gatekeepers, especially in comedy. Kevin Hart, despite being one of the most successful comedians of all time, has long been accused of playing it safe. Corporate Kevin, brand-friendly Kevin. He's not necessarily known for raw authenticity these days. So when Katt dragged him on Shannon's platform and that clip went viral, Kevin took an L in the culture. And the worst part? He couldn't clap back with the same raw energy because he'd already positioned himself above the drama. Meanwhile, Katt Williams, despite being the one who said the controversial things, also ended up tangled in the mess. Some felt he was using Shannon's platform to air personal grievances. But according to Sanders, even Katt might be playing both sides. "It's chess out here," he said. "People act like they just speak their truth, but some of them doing this to protect their own positions." And here's what makes Sanders' defense of Shannon so compelling. It's not just about one friendship. It's about what Shannon represents. Shannon Sharpe is an example of what happens when a black man refuses to be boxed in, when he uses his intellect, his platform, his personality, not to play by someone else's rules, but to redefine the rules. And when that happens, the old guard get uncomfortable. Deion sees it because he's lived it. He knows exactly what it's like to be loud, black, brilliant, and unapologetic, and still get painted as a problem.